Hello, this is Valerie Adams again, and I am here to give you what happened in my appeal meeting with Tuscaloosa County Department of Human Resources. Now, this is just ridiculous. It is just totally ridiculous. First, I want to say that I was in Ms. Kristen Turner's office, and Miss Phyllis James was on the telephone from Montgomery. First off, we had some technical issues. Several times she called and we couldn't hear or whatever. Then finally she went to a colleague's office, and she was able to make the phone call, and we started the hearing. Now, Miss Turner first came out and indicated that there was an error on my interview summary sheet. Now, this sheet, the one that is posted, it says review this form to certify that the information is true and correct. If any information is incorrect or incomplete, please notify your food assistant worker. Well, I didn't notify the food assistant worker because at that time I felt everything was complete. Now, on the other hand, if it was incorrect, now wouldn't the Department of Human Resources would have sent me a new one indicating what would be the actual deductions? No, I didn't receive one of those. No. So that's the first red flag. Now Miss Turner said that my shelter expense was incorrect. Okay, instead of the $1,181.78, she stated that it was $984. Well, that would be the principal. It wouldn't be the insurance and the taxes and so forth. So, but they did get that information because I presented them with my mortgage insurance, and it had how much the insurance is and how much taxes. Also, I went to the tax assessor and I got the information that was needed, and so they had all of that. And so they were saying that the property tax was $64.87 per month. After you multiply that by 12, you get the total amount. The property insurance was $141.29 per month. Multiply that by 12. So, in other words, I still had a deduction of $1,181.78, and then my property taxes $64.87, property insurance $142.29. So basically, that's still $1,181.78. So I gave them that information so that they'll know that the insurance and taxes were included in the mortgage. So therefore, it does count towards the shelter deduction. Okay. Also, she said that there was an error. They felt that they made an error, but there was a positive error in my favor, because on the medical, she said that I should have been given an automatic $200 deduction to include all of the I guess you want to call it the out-of-pocket expenses and medication and all that kind of stuff. So I should have been given $200 instead of $134. So that's only $134. So even if you add that in there with that $200, that would get me in as being eligible. But let's continue. Okay. So now I asked them, I said, well, they said that I did not get all of the shelter. I said, no. I said, Chapter 10 says that if you are elderly or disabled, all you have to do is meet the net income, and plus you get the shelter deduction is uncapped, which would be 50% of your income after the deduction. And which after deduction, if you were to subtract all the deductions, that is more than 50% of my income going to my shelter. So therefore, I should get the $1,187. But then they said, no, we put it in the computer and the computer generated this. I said, what percentage was I given? I said, you still have to know manually what the percentage is, because sometimes the computer can be wrong. You have to go back and make sure that the computer is right. So you have to know what the percentage is. Oh, they couldn't tell me that. She said, well, everything, we just did it. We just put it in the computer. We just put it in the computer, and the computer computed that. Get this. All right, to be eligible for food stamps, the net income has to be $1,005. Okay. My net income, according to Tuscaloosa County Department of Human Resources, is $1,023. Very close, isn't it? So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know. All right. So we were on the telephone, and I was telling them, I said, you cannot arbitrarily just pull a number out the sky and tell me that that is my shelter deduction. You got to tell me what is the formula. What formula did you use to come up with that? I need to know. You need to show it to me. Well, Miss Phyllis, she put me on hold. Well, put us on hold. And I guess she went to consult with her supervisor, because she was going to actually go into detail how it was done. Oh, but that supervisor told her before we turn on the computer, the recorder again, it's because everything is being recorded. Now, we're not gonna get into this. We're not going to actually tell you how we did it or anything. We're gonna leave that up to the people in Tuscaloosa to do that for you. So we're not gonna do that. We're just here. If you just tell me what you want us to know about your claim and why you feel that it was invalid, it was not. The denial was unreasonable. Okay. Then it dawned on me. Okay, of course they didn't want that because it's being recorded. Miss Phyllis would give away that they're definitely discriminating against me based on just being deceitful, hateful people. They're just hateful. It doesn't make any sense. And I don't understand that. And so, and I asked Miss Turner, the one I was in her office, for a copy of the information that they were reading from. She told me I couldn't have a copy. I have to request that from Montgomery. So while another person was in there trying to explain to me how they arrived at $1,023, when in actuality the deduction should be $1,182, $352, $200, and then subtract that from $2,167. Lord, it was just unbelievable. I told her to write it down because I want the information in her handwriting. I ain't want it in my handwriting because I wanted y'all to see that it wasn't me and everything. And so what she did was, she said, well, you know what we did, we put in the computer. We started off with $2,167. You automatically get a $160 deduction, so that leaves you with $2,007 net income. Then we're going to subtract $134. All right. Then we're going to subtract the shelter deduction of $984. And then she did the subtraction, and she said that totaled to $1,023. Then I said, oh, well, look, you forgot. You forgot to put the utilities in there, the standard utility deduction of $352. If you subtract that, I would qualify. She said, no. That's already in there. That's in there with the shelter deduction. I said, what? And the shelter deduction, how could that be? $984 is in there with the shelter deduction. The $984 is the principal. That is actually my mortgage without the insurance and the property taxes. That's what that is. So how could that be? She said, well, we put it in the computer and the computer did it. And I told her the same thing. I said, well, you have to know the formula regardless. You're supposed to know the formula even though the computer is doing the work, because you have to go back and verify that it is correct. She couldn't tell me the formula. She couldn't say, and I just like, I said, you got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous. And then that's when I left. So, and I will show you this. It's upside down. I'm sorry. I forgot about that the mirror image. But I will make take a picture of it, and I will post it along with this information so that you can see. They got these deductions. She also wrote medical deduction $134, mortgage $1,181.78, property taxes $64.87, property insurance $141.29, and utilities $352. So after she did all the subtraction, remember $2,167 minus 160, that's the standard, everybody get that, one person, so that left me with $2,007. Subtract 134 and subtract 984, and then that's how they derived at $1,023. They did not subtract the utility deduction of $352. If they had subtracted that, I would have qualified for food stamps. This is ridiculous. Something needs to be done with Montgomery, Alabama. Okay, they're doing this. You know that this is coming from higher up. And you know, I told Miss Turner, I said, I know it's not you. We were walking in the hallway. I know it's not you. She didn't answer. I said, I know it's not you. I said, this is ridiculous. And she, you know, you can tell. You can look at somebody and you can tell that they are so uncomfortable with what they are doing. It is. And it making those people at Tuscaloosa County Department of Human Resources do this is just an abuse of power. And that power is coming from higher up. It's in Montgomery. And you know who controls everything. This is ridiculous. We need to get rid of that filthy rat in Montgomery, because she is nothing but a rat. Despicable rat. She's a vermin. She needs to be gone. This does not make any sense. Remember, this is a federal agency. This federal agency cannot discriminate. If they discriminate, they could lose a lot of funds. Then the people in Alabama would suffer. Basically, the people in Tuscaloosa would suffer. So, this is ridiculous. She needs to be gone. Period. Kay Harvey is the cause of this. And the same thing with Miss Phyllis James, and Miss Betty White in Montgomery, Alabama. The supervisors. I know where your marching orders are coming from. And I do want a copy of the hearing, because my testimony was very powerful, indicating that I know that you hold the power and you just can't arbitrarily just change the rules when you want to. And it better be in there. I know what I said. And I want a copy of the transcript of the hearing. Even if it costs me $10 or whatever, $1 a page, I want my copy. So, Montgomery, Alabama, you have a blessed day. Tuscaloosa County Department of Human Resources, Miss Turner, I don't blame you. I'm sorry that you had to be in the middle of this. You know, and I know your heart is, even though I just met you that one time, this is not you. I can tell you, this is not you. I understand you have to keep your job and you have to do what the boss lady says. I understand that. But you remember, voting is private. You need to vote that vermin out so you don't have to deal with stuff like that again. Because, you know, Walter Maddox, he wouldn't go for that. he wouldn't do anything like that. So all of y'all trying to keep your jobs, I understand. Who knows? Maybe I would probably be in the same position or whatever. Who knows? You know, but I'm in this position now. And I'm going to expose, and I'm going to continue to expose. So, Ms. Turner, you have a blessed day, and I hope you have a wonderful career at the Tuscaloosa County Department of Human Resources. Goodbye.